HBO on Life in the 90s.
I'm really impressed. I've never met a man who rolls his own sushi before. Listen, I have to ask you a question.
Shoot.
Are you gonna fuck me over?
Why? Did you hear that I might?
Life in the 90s. Would anybody else see it quite like this? Dream on. A sexy new comedy series for grown-ups coming this summer only on HBO.
We're talking serious comedy here. He's big, he's blunt, and he's brutally funny. One Night Stand, Robin Harris, next on HBO, simply the best.
Lloyd Dobler's got a goal
I'm looking for a dare-to-be-great situation.
of landing the hottest gal in class.
What's the point?
Well, there's going to be questions,
What are your plans for the future?
mixed messages,
I feel so bad being with you.
and support from his peers.
Diane Court doesn't go out with guys like you. She's a brain.
Sounds like the perfect match. From the director of broadcast news, John Cusack and Ione Skye star in Say Anything. Tomorrow on HBO.
Looking for another juicy tale of lust and betrayal? Well, here's one guaranteed good to the last drop.
The doctor's report on your husband says he's going to live to be 104, barring...
Barring what, an accident?
Accidents happen. People even help them happen. Mr. Jasper.
James, rather good exposure, don't you think?
What's your price?
I want to share.
Share what?
Gloria.
Tales from the Crypt.
Premieres Tuesday. Parental discretion advised.
Olympic gold medalist Pernell Whitaker makes his HBO primetime debut when he defends his IBF WBC lightweight title against hard-pounding Azuma Nelson. For Whitaker, this is his chance for greatness, but Nelson's coming off 4 consecutive knockouts. Anything can happen when HBO World Championship Boxing presents Pernell Whitaker versus Azuma Nelson. Live Saturday, May 19th, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific, only on HBO.
We are under attack. We certainly wouldn't fire a missile at the Soviet Union. Now, who the hell did?
4 people. 3 minutes.
If we don't hit them hard and hit them now, we may never get a second chance.
In this one, sir, there are no military geniuses. 2 choices.
The fate of this planet may be riding with you.
1 chance for survival. An all-star cast in the HBO original movie by Dawn's Early Light. Premieres May 19th.
HBO's all-new Monday night main event brings home your favorites.
Come out to the coast. We'll get together, have a few laughs.
Monday nights at 8, you'll see Hollywood's finest from Academy Award-winning performances.
I don't know what you got for selling me out, but I sure hope it's worth it.
Poignant dramas.
You are here for one reason, to learn.
To comedy classics.
That maniac is our mailman.
This week's Monday night main event, Jodie Foster's Oscar-winning performance in The Accused.
A defenseless victim must defend her right to justice
So I didn't get raped, huh? I never got raped.
in a case where innocent bystanders may not be so innocent.
They did more than watch, and that is a crime.
You saw me getting raped, and you think that I had it coming, just like all the others.
It's not true. I'm not like that.
Kelly McGillis and Jodie Foster, in her Academy Award-winning role, battle the legal system in The Accused. Monday on HBO.
The classic Charles Dickens story, A Christmas Carol, may never be the same again after audiences see Bill Murray in his journey through Christmases past, present, and future in the star-studded comedy Scrooged. This updated version for the 1980s was brought to the screen by Richard Donner, the director of such hit films as Superman and Lethal Weapon, with a new twist on a timeless tale.
The idea of doing this was 2 writers, Mitch Glazer and Michael O'Donoghue, the insanity of Saturday Night Live, who decided to do an irreverent Scrooge in a contemporary basis.
You are going to be visited by 3 ghosts.
Ooh, 3 ghosts.
3 ghosts, Frank. Expect the first one tomorrow at noon.
God, tomorrow's bad for me, Lou. As a matter of fact, the whole rest of the week is a washout. Ouch. Well, maybe we could have drinks, say Thursday. You, me, the ghost, Trader Vic's around 4.
This is no joke, Frank.
In this contemporary version, the Scrooge character is played by comedian Bill Murray. As the youngest network president in television history, Murray plays Frank Cross and plans to exploit the holiday season for every rating point they're worth.
Frank Cross is the boss that we've all worked for somewhere in our lives. And somewhere in our lives, we want to see him get his comeuppance.
Excuse me, Lumpy.
Around these parts, most people call me Mr. Cross.
I'm sorry. I'm new here, and I got a problem.
I bet. What?
Well, my problem is, Miss Little Fella,
Oh,
I can't get the antlers glued onto this little guy. We've tried crazy glue, but it don't work.
Have you tried Staples?
Staples?
Holding true to the classic Christmas story, Bill Murray is visited by 3 ghosts who teach him some important lessons about the real meaning of Christmas.
David Johansen, as that ghost of Christmas, well, he was passed. The insanity of that character. Everybody saw it different. But the minute we saw him as the cab driver, they all fell into place.
I love that bit! I'm the ghost of Christmas present.
I had a funny feeling.
Carol Kane, she saw herself as Billy Burke in Wizard of Oz, with wings and being able to fly.
Perhaps to Harlem!
And then the last ghost, we decided let's make him just a little intangible. And the problem really with Bill's whole life would come to fruition in a video monitor. In this case, staying pure to the tradition of Scrooge, he gets his comeuppance, but you see him come around to the guy that you really want to end up as a friend.
I want to live! I'm alive! What a break!
You may have a tear in your eye, you can have a hell of your stomach's going to hurt from laughing. And you have felt that you've been well entertained. It's kind of the mission I like to make in motion pictures, and that's entertainment.
This month on HBO.
Comedy. If it weren't for HBO, you could have missed years of serious comedy. From Steven Wright.
For about 3 weeks, I owed George $25. For 3 weeks, I owed him $25. The whole time he had the money on me, he didn't know it. Walking through New York City, 2:30 in the morning. Man steps out of an alley with a gun. He says, "You two, give me all your money." I said, "Wait a minute." I said, "George, here's the $25 I owe." I got up the other day and everything in my apartment had been stolen and replaced with an exact replica. Couldn't believe it. I called my roommate and I said, "Yeah, look at this stuff. It's all an exact replica. What do you think?" He said, "Do I know you?" I wear eyeglasses during the day. Yesterday I was walking on the street wearing my eyeglasses and all of a sudden a prescription ran out. She said, "Well, I've just come back from my analyst and he's still unable to help me." I said, "What's the problem?" She paused and said, "I'm a nymphomaniac and I only get turned on by Jewish cowboys." Then she said, "By the way, my name's Diane." And I said, "Hello, Diane. I'm Bucky Goldstein."
HBO. Simply the best comedy.
Why do you do it?
I don't know. It's like I can't help myself.
And we can't help ourselves either. George Carlin is back for his 7th HBO comedy special.
I think Kleenex ought to have little targets on them. Look, Dave, an 85!
George Carlin's doing it again on the next HBO Comedy Hour coming June 2nd.
I'm Steve Adubato for HBO Entertainment News. How do you get 100 stars together on one stage at one time? First, make it for a worthy cause.
I've been interested in the Actors Fund for many years.
That's why everyone's here, but this was fun to do.
Then, promise the stars a 2-hour network special.
NBC is doing this.
I didn't know it. I thought it was ABC.
Maybe I'm wrong.
And make the event as fun as possible.
I don't know what in the world was going on stage, but backstage we were having a fabulous time.
Participants from Night of 100 Stars, which recently taped at New York's Radio City Music Hall, admit part of the excitement is getting to meet some of their own favorite celebrities.
I fulfilled a dream tonight, and that was meeting Katharine Hepburn.
I'm a big Joe DiMaggio fan.
Michael Caine, Katharine Hepburn,
Douglas Fairbanks, Jimmy Stewart. I got Jimmy's autograph, so I'm just thrilled.
Along comes Howard Cosell next to me, and then Muhammad Ali is over there, and then Carol Channing pops by.
Did you know that Helen Hayes started this whole thing?
Night of 100 Stars, benefiting the Actors Fund, will air as a network special later this spring. Also in New York, filmmakers and cast of the new movie Longtime Companion invited friends and fans to the premiere of their latest project, an uplifting tale of courage and personal heroics in the wake of the AIDS crisis.
This film teaches compassion and understanding, and I think that that's probably the most important thing that any of us can have right now.
And Liza Minnelli and companion Pedro Almodovar held a party for his new film, Tie Me Up, Tie Me Down, a Spanish comedy about a young man who kidnaps a girl to make her fall in love with him. Tie Me Up, Tie Me Down has been released unrated by its distributors. Singer-actress Deborah Harry stars in a new film at the box office this week. Tales from the Darkside scares up 4 new fables of fright meant to keep moviegoers on the edge of their seats.
When I was a little girl, this was my favorite book.
Well, I've always liked the show, Tales from the Darkside, and since it's just a, sort of little half-hour melodramas and little stories, and then when I got a chance to go on, perfect.
Harry hasn't forgotten about her music fans. Her recent